What's up, guys? It's Maxwell Comics Inc. I'm your host, Sir Maxwell. I'm hitting you with some RWBY content. So, volume, at this point, the day I'm recording this, volume 7 is in a couple of weeks. I'm currently on my last minute RWBY projects in now. This is my hopes for volume 7, what I want to happen in volume 7. So, let's just get into it. The first thing I want, obviously, the main plot of Salem, Ozpin, and the Relics. Now that we know what's going on with the whole thing, I want to see how the story progresses, and I want to see how the characters are going to handle it. Because last season, they seemed very, disturbed, perturbed that they could not solve this by slitting Salem's throat. But it makes me wonder, like, how did they think this was gonna go? Like, did they think no one ever thought to slit Salem's throat? Like, it was that easy, system? Why would I was putting new jaw on no offense? I'm sure anybody can slit some bitch's throat. But, yeah. So I want to see how they're going to deal with that, if they have a solution for that in terms of stopping Salem and the Relics. I want to see what the plan with that is, talking to Ironwood. So I guess that's the kind of first thing I want to, the main plot of the fucking show. Yeah. Because I really want to see how the characters handle it. Because last season, it was such a big deal that they couldn't stop Salem. They didn't know what to do. And on the flip side, I want to see what Salem's kind of plan is. I think Atlas is gonna fall, probably fall into the sky, since it's, maybe not. It's a thing. But yeah. So that's kind of the first thing I want to see. The second thing I want to see is Weiss. Weiss. This seems to be Weiss's volume. Volume 4, Weiss had a big arc, and it was her kind of a big thing she was going through over the past couple of volumes. And she's kind of her first kind of big major story arc came to a conclusion of, getting out of her family's grasp and all of that. Now I want to see what she's going to do now in terms of dealing with them now that she's gone off and, done her thing. Because volume 4, like I said, was her big volume. Volume 5, she took a little bit of a backseat to deal with more of, Blake's whole story thing of her, Vaughn's plot. And, with Yang and finding her mother and Raven and all that. So Weiss kind of took a back seat. She kind of felt like a bystander to the plot. So, more than like a main character. But that's fine, I guess. Volume 6, on the way to Atlas, we see Weiss kind of being more, hesitant about going back. Like, oh, I really don't want to go back because, I just escaped my toxic abusive household. I understand why she wouldn't want to go back. So, yeah, I just want to see how kind of she deals with that. Is she going to lean on her team? Is she going to, lean on her sister? Is her sister going to be there? Like, is she gonna be, what is her kind of arc gonna be? Is she gonna try to take over the company? Is she gonna get her air name back? Like, what is going on? Shnee's in general, I just want Shnee backstory. Like, what's going on with them? Jacques, like, I don't like Jacques. I think Jacques is pretty shit. Jacques is like Trump, but like in RWBY world. I don't think he's like a evil serial monster that's gonna, want to destroy the world or, murder anyone, but well, I could see him, like, murdering someone. I could see Jock hiring an assassin. I can see him doing that. But I don't think he's, like, evil. I don't think he's, like, Salem or anything. But I don't really think Salem's evil, but that's a whole other conversation. So, like, yeah. I want to see the Shnees. I want to see Willow. Willow, is she a maiden? Like, what is going on with Willow? What is the thing? What is the thing with Willow? What is going on with her? Was she drunk? Is she friends with Crow? Like, what's, Winter? What's going on with Winter? I want Winter to be more developed as a character. I want to see what happened to Winter when she was a child. Did she do the same thing as Weiss? How did she defend Weiss when she was younger? Why does she hate Crow so much? Did they fuck? Like, is she a thing? Is she with Ironwood? Like, what's going on? Like, I low-key really, in my head canon, Ironwood and Winter and Crow are in a three-way triangle, like, Winter loves Ironwood, but Winter loves Crow. Crow loves Winter. Crow also loves Ironwood, and Ironwood loves Winter, and Ironwood also loves Crow. Like I said, I love bisexual love triangles. But yeah, so Winter, yeah. Whitley, I'm making a whole other video about Whitley. But, what's, like, going on with Whitley? Like, is he an evil businessman that's gonna be a mini jock? Or is he, what a lot of people are saying he is? Is he this person who is pretty much just pre-volume 1 Weiss who is trapped in a toxic abusive household and doesn't have a big sister to, shake him out of it or make him feel better or protect him? You know, even in the manga, you see kind of like Winter has Spice's back, but Whitley's all alone. So, you know, does he care about his sisters? Look, what is... I really want to get into Whitley's character, maybe even have him interact with Oscar, because he's the only other guy around his age, you know what I mean? Maybe explore Whitley, you know, is Whitley gay? I kind of get a little bit of gay energy from Whitley, I don't know, maybe. Um, I kind of ship, I ship Rose Garden, but I also really kind of ship, Rich Farmers, which is Oscar and Whitley. So that would be very interesting. I would love to see Oscar do for Whitley what RWBY did for Weiss. So, you know, I think, yeah, if White Rose is a thing, I would like Rich Farmers to be a thing. So the next thing I want is the Winter Maiden. Who is she? Willow, is she Sneed? Does she get the Sneeds? Power, I'm gonna link to a theory that is about like the Winter Maiden theory about, you know, this guy Phoenix, whatever his last name is. His name is escaping me, but I will link to his channel because he has an awesome theory about that. Go check that out. Go show him some love. Yeah. So I want to see what the plot is with her. Is she a good person? Is she a bad person? Can she be black? Can we get more black characters in RWBY? Like, come on with the representation. Like, Sienna Khan was murdered. Like, that was injustice. That was not right. Sienna Khan was murdered, so, like, can we get some black people in the show? Like, dang, can we get some black people in the show? Like, can she be a faunus? Like, you know what I mean? Like, can faunus be maidens? Like, is that a thing? You know what I mean? I don't know. And maybe have it be that she's been a maid longer, maybe she's a little bit older. Maybe not Maria old, but like a little bit old, like an adult. I don't know. Just, you know, someone who's like not easily manipulated and swayed, but is also not a bad person or a shady person. But yeah, it would be interesting if it was Willow though. I don't know what she would really make of that. Yeah, I need Winter Maiden things. I also need... This is what I also need. I also need some villainage. Adam is gone. I'm not gonna get into Adam. I'm gonna have a conversation about him. But, well, I'm not gonna have a conversation in this video. There's another video coming. But, in terms of villains, seems like we're gonna be getting Hazel, and we're gonna be getting Tyrion, you know, and Watts doing their thing. Not Hazel, I'm sorry, Tyrion and Watts or Atlas are doing their thing. The plan. I want to see the villains be a constant presence. And a lot of these shows, a good antagonist is kind of like a big bad. They're a constant antagonist. And I'm not going to name names, but there was a certain individual last season who showed up a little bit in the first episode, and then he showed up in the last 2 or 3 episodes. And it was really weird, and it was just like, like, you know what, I mean, like, I feel like you should make your antagonist a constant presence to build up, and they should have kind of a little bit of a clash with the heroes, other than like the finale. They should be a constant, right? You know, I don't really want the whole like Cinder and Neo are doing this thing, but then, you know, Tyrion and, you know, Watts are doing another thing. I want them to just team up and just do an evil thing. And just fight the girls, like fight the girls. Team RWBY needs it's almost 7 years in, sis. Team RWBY needs to have a constant, you know, beef with these villains. Like, they don't really, like, they just met in Head Haven briefly, you know what I mean? They don't, except for Emerald and Mercury, they don't really know these villains. And when they knew Emerald and Mercury, they weren't even fighting Emerald and Mercury. So they need to, you know, gang, get on Hazel, Blake, fight Tyrion. Fucking, what does Watts do? Yeah, that's another thing I need. I need Watts to get a weapon. Like, what do you do? I know you're the scientist, but you gotta have something, man. You gotta have some tech. What do you do? Like, how do you fight? How do you defend yourself? Unless you're just like a wimp that does nothing. But, yeah. So, but if he does fight Weiss, fight. Yeah, if he does fight Weiss, fight Watts. If he doesn't fight Weiss, you can fight Emerald. Because that I've been teasing that fight since fucking Volume 2. Yeah, and then RWBY, we can fight Cinder and Neo. Also, Yang can fight Neo as well. Actually, in terms of Neo coming back, I want RWBY and Yang to battle Neo. Yeah, RWBY and Yang can battle Neo. You know, Team Junior. That's another thing I want to kind of get. I kind of like, they can be supporting characters. I don't know. I'm in a weird spot with them where I like them and I enjoy them and I want them to be main characters. Like I don't want, but it's just like it's called RWBY though, and I feel like if it was supposed to be this like these are the main 8 or the main 7, then it should have should be called RWBY. Maybe if you want to call it Ruby, but like not like as an RUBY, not RWBY, and have Ruby being the main character and all of her friends, so it would make more sense to like divert to her different friends. But Ruby, RWBY, it's just that Team Ruby. They're the main characters, but I would also love to get some Team Junior development. You know, no more John. John. John doesn't need any more character moments. He just needs to show up and be there. He needs to fight. He's been training since Volume 1, so about 6 or 7 years now. He's been training, trying to get better. I mean, I know it hasn't been 7 years for him, but for us it's been 7 years. So, like, he's gotta fight. His sword doesn't, his sword already doesn't shoot any projectiles or anything. He's the only person that doesn't really have a gun. Oscar doesn't have a gun, but he has the whole Ozpin thing, and he's a man. He can fight. John can't fight. Make him fight. He's a swordsman. He should be able to fight. You know, I'm not saying he has to be a master or a crow or anything, but just at least get him to the level of like one of the other characters. Like at least he should at least be on Nora and Ren's level. Like he should at least, or at least be like a White Fang Grunt or something, or at least be like, he should at least be able to fight as good as Ilya. Or whatever. Yeah, Ilya. He should be able to fight as good as Ilya, because Ilya is not a trained proper huntress. But like, she has some fighting people. You know, she could keep up with Blake. But Blake was holding back in that fight. That's a whole other thing. So yeah, make Jean fight. Give me Nora backstory. We have Ren's. We need Nora's. And then after we get their backstory, they can die. I know, I don't want them to die. That's so sad. But, yeah, that's Team Junior. Stark. That's another thing I need. I need Stark. We got the whole revelation. You know, after Volume 5, people really started demanding answers about, what's going on with the past. And we got a lot of answers in terms of Ozpin and Salem. But we still don't have answers in terms of Team Stark and what happened to Summer Rose. So last season, Volume 6 was the whole Ozpin thing. Cool. I feel like that, yes, that should have been first. Because that is more important. That is prioritizing. But I feel like now that we've gotten that out of the way, we need to add the Team Stark stuff. And I don't know if they're going to do it through Jen. I would enjoy it if we did it through Jen. I would love, Colin Cappenbeard. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. I'm so sorry. But I would love to see her come back. Love Urza Scarlet. We stand Urza Scarlet. Fairy Tail reviews coming soon. But yeah, we love Urza Scarlet. Urza can come back and narrate and be Genie any day. So that's a thing. But I also like. I feel like it would low-key also like kind of take away the uniqueness of like episodes 2 and 3. So maybe like just have a proper flashback with no narration. Yeah, maybe have a flashback with no narration. I mean, if it happens to be the Jen thing, then that's cool. That's great. We love that. But maybe not, because maybe it might cheapen the other thing if they do it again. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't make it as special. Let me know how you feel about that. If they should do it through Jen, or they should do it just as a flashback and just have it be that. I also want Raven. I think it's time for Raven and Taeyang to go back into the story and know the plot is the characters are jam-packed. I understand that, I know. But I feel like we need to have some sort of resolution with the three of them before we start killing people off. Because people wanted to fix the whole Vic thing with killing Crow, and like I wasn't for that because like Crow hasn't had his character moments, his issues. He hasn't had that development with Raven and Ty yet. You know what I mean? That hasn't happened. And I feel like before the show ends, we need to have some sort of resolution with, Ty and, Crow and Raven. And yeah, I feel like that needs to be a thing. It needs to be a thing. Sorry, there's something in my eye. So yeah, we need a Teen Star backstory. Next thing we need Silver Eyes. Silver Eyes. We develop more with the Silver Eyes, develop more with what she can do with them, have RWBY practice, have RWBY try to do it more. If she works on it every season, if she's trying every season, by the time they face Salem and they do whatever thing they're gonna do with the Silver Eyes to stop Salem, it'll seem like it was more earned. That's what I'm saying about Silver Eyes. Next thing we need Bumblebee, honey. We need Bumblebee. So last season happened, and there was a thing. Whether or not we have been queerbaited rides on the next 2 volumes and what they do with Blake and Yang. If it's whole, we're gonna be friends and blah, we're great friends, and you know, if it's volume 7, we're gonna build up our friendship again, because I do agree they should build up their friendship again before they start dating. But if it's like volume 7, oh, we're best friends, and volume 8, like nothing happens, like we've been queerbaited. We've been queerbaited, and it's gross, and I'm not a fan, and I don't know. I will be so upset. I will not. I don't know what I will do. I don't know. I don't know if I'll scream or I'll just be like, this whatever. I don't know. It would just be so disgusting and horrible if they did that to us. But hopefully they will not. So yeah, Bumblebee, we need development with them. And when I say Bumblebee, I don't necessarily mean them. I mean, I do mean them dating. But in terms of volume 7, it doesn't have to look like they're dating. Because I do think they should build up their relationship more. Like, they brought up that conversation at the bar, but it was kind of dropped. And they pretended like they resolved it with Adam. Because they were like, oh, we're protecting each other. So it's like Blake showing, yeah, I got what you said. But that was never hashed out. I don't think it's good or healthy to just leave things unresolved like that. Like, cool, Blake, you got it, but you still need to have that conversation, and Yang still needs to set up those boundaries. Yang still needs to kind of set up, this is how I like to talk to you, this is how I like to be treated due to my trauma for whatever. So I feel like they need to work on, and plus we've never had just we've never had like a call out Blake moment. I feel like they were just like, oh, she's back, she's back. And fans really hate when you talk about Blake. You can't say anything negative about Blake. Sure, blaming Blake and your Blake, blah, 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 blah. You can't say anything negative about Blake. Everybody's gonna get on your ass and call you like a victim or whatever for whatever reason. And I'm not talking about people who are like, oh, you know, she with Adam was her fault. Not talking about that. None of the stuff that happened with Adam from being abusive was her fault. I'm talking about things like her fucking being a bitch in volume 4 and leaving her friend and being an asshole to Sun and slapping Sun and hitting Sun and all other shit. I'll just, you know, and I don't think any of that was bad story-wise. I mean, it was great to explore that. I think characters are allowed to make mistakes and characters are allowed to not be perfect. Like, that's good writing. I love that. I love volume 4. But she still did something wrong, and she should still be called out on screen. She should still be called out on screen. And there are other issues that I have with Blake, but those are more like problems with her character in the story that Blake herself is ignorant and unaware of. But it's only because she's being written by people she's not the person with. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I need Blake and Yang to work out their issues more. I would love to see them work it out more. I feel like it's too late to do the whole like Yang being pissed and angry and wanting to fight Blake about it. Like, if you were gonna do that, you should have done that volume 6. It would have been the perfect time to do it. And you know, they would have yeah. But it's already happened, so let's not dwell on it. Is there anything else? Yes, I want to see the Faunus, how they're treated in Atlas, talk about more Faunus racism. Like, Weiss, this should be a big volume for Weiss. And I know people saying that Blake and Yang should sit down and eat their food and shut up and not be too much of a thing in terms of like how on screen time. People are saying it should be Weiss and RWBY's volume. I agree, but Blake has to be a big player in this volume. She has to, in terms of if she's going to be the face of the Faunus movement for the audience's eyes, then she has to be involved in these sort of things. She has to meet this conflict and deal with it. And the girls also have to address it. feels like Blake is off doing her own thing, being a minority, saving the world from prejudice, one handhold at a time. And the girls are blissfully unaware, and they don't mention it. They don't talk about it. It's like, you know, it's like Blake has a double life, where like she's a faunus, but then she's a member of Team RWBY who's involved with the Ozpin plot. Like, have them connect, have them overlay. Maybe have fucking RWBY mention the White Fang. Talk about like, oh, how are the Fang? Like, other than like, they talked about the White Fang in terms of like being antagonists, but not in terms of like their cause. You know what I mean? Have them talk about that. Have them talk about how they feel about that. They haven't done that since Volume 1. Have them do it again. Weiss should be center stage this volume, and and I need to see relationship with her and Blake and see how they've grown and changed, and see how / if Weiss's views have changed from knowing Blake and knowing people like Blake and Son and Velvet. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Have those dialogues, have those conversations. And if you know it, maybe it sounds like I'm asking a lot, because they only have a certain amount of time per episode, and I don't know how all that production stuff works, but they seem to have been planning it for a long time, and they're already in production on the next 2 volumes, so that's amazing. That is fantastic. I think RWBY is getting better in terms of its story, and it was a fucking shit show, but the story is getting much better in my opinion. So did I elaborate more on the Faunus thing? Yeah, no, I need to see the minds. I need to see how they treated the problems and really go in depth. And don't hold back. Don't hold back. Show me people branded. Show me people, getting with the shit. I don't know what they do. I know how they do stuff in Alex. Show me the harsh reality of Faunus racing. Show me why I should care. Show me why other audience members who are not of color should resonate. Because I already resonate with it. And you say racism and oppression, I'm gonna look at me I'm like, oof, like, I'm so sorry for you. But like, so other people, why they should, you shouldn't have to. People should have empathy on their own. But like, a lot of people don't give a fuck. A lot of people want to have this Blake and Adam conversation, but they only want to talk about how manipulative and abusive he was. They don't want to talk about the slavery and the abuse he went through. They don't want to talk about any of that. They want to talk about Faunus racism. They don't want to talk about Weiss, and they don't want to talk about they don't want to talk about that. They don't. They don't. People don't bring it up. But yeah, that's what I have to say for Volume 7. Of course, fights. I love fights. I love action. I love New Grimm. The songs. We already gonna get all that. Hope the fights are good. Hope the fights are getting better. You know what I mean? I want all the heroes to clash with all the villains and flying monkeys and Salem get off her ass. But like, personally, I don't think Salem needs to like be in person with them, like going out doing shit. She's the boss. She should stay and just send people, and then she should be final boss villain. People say the gods, but like, I don't want the gods. I wish they would just like destroy the relics. The gods can never like return because they're kind of assholes. But yeah, that's all I want. That's I'm good. But anyway, we can have a discussion in the comments on Twitter. We're gonna have this conversation. Anyway, this has been Maxwell. Comics Inc. I'm your host, Maxwell. May the power protect you. Bye.